You're watching UATV. Joining us today is Cindy McCain. She's the wife of the late Senator John McCain, and she's here with the IRI Institute monitoring the Ukrainian presidential election. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me.
Thank you.
How important is it for you to be here in Ukraine monitoring the election process?
Well, it was very important to me to obviously continue my husband's legacy, and especially here in Ukraine, because it was so much a part of who he is. This was a country that he loved deeply, and loved the fact that he saw democracy begin here. As you know, John believed that it was a God-given right for freedom and the ability to vote freely and be independent. So I'm very happy to be here.
What significance does Ukraine hold for you?
Obviously, it was a place where my husband experienced the most meaningful moment in his life, and that was the night that he spoke on the Maidan. It was something that not only touched him, but I believe also shaped him a bit in future years. When he was passing, that was one of the last things we talked about, was what a great experience this was and how meaningful it was to him.
The late U.S. Senator, he was such a strong symbol of resilience and hope for a lot of Ukrainian politicians, activists, and especially soldiers. I don't know if you know this, but on the front line in eastern Ukraine, where the fighting is happening, some of the soldiers named a street after him.
I believe you will win. I am convinced you will win, and we will do everything we can to provide you with what you need to win. And we have succeeded not because of equipment, but because of your courage.
I heard that, yeah. I heard that. Well, you know, John had a great effect on troops. It didn't matter what troops and where they were from, because he had similar experiences. He was deprived of his rights, and he was deprived of his humanity and his dignity while he was a prisoner of war. So democracy and independent living and independent means in terms of a country being able to determine its own destiny was extremely important to him. And he knew that how that is many times is acclaimed is by troop movements and troops. He loved the troops.
What kind of legacy do you think he has left here in Ukraine?
I hope a good one. I hope one that people will look to and people's children will look to, more importantly, as someone who believed in a people and helped as much as he could with every fiber of his body to be able to help them determine their own destiny.
What sort of message do you have for the Ukrainian people?
I think yesterday the Ukrainian people won. The Ukrainian people won because it was a safe, free, and fair election from what we observed. There were minor infractions and things that, of course, IRI suggested that we change. But all in all, it was a wonderful day. It was actually kind of boring, which is a good thing.